Good morning. Today is the 30th of May and this is the fourth part of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the Retro Rides Weekender at the Goodwood Motor Circuit in West Sussex. There are three other parts that were filmed yesterday, and I think there are going to be at least two parts today, if not three. So we might have 5 or 6 parts of this in total. But when stuff like this keeps showing up, it's not difficult to see why. I apologise in advance for all the incorrect information, wind noise, interruptions by the announcements, and if I fall over, then yes, it's just the way it tends to go on this channel. This apparently is a Volkswagen Allegro. I'm not actually joking. I've checked on the MOT history for this car, and that's what the DVLA have called it. It's got early Porsche 911 wheels on it. It's probably an air-cooled Volkswagen chassis under here, but with an Allegro body on it. The first thing I was aware of was the fact that the number plate is a 71 number plate, but the Allegro wasn't launched until 1973, and the estate I think even later than that. So obviously it's not quite right, but interesting anyway. This is the Datsun Club UK stand, and actually Louis, who I've come with, is exhibiting on this today. Say hello, Mr. Brazilian. Hello. Hello. This is the Datsun Cherry that you might have seen on the iDriver Classic channel. Unfortunately, last night it had an accident with a wild animal, and so the front bumper's a little bit sad. But it is a 77 and 70. I think it's actually a 78 Cherry. This is the first of the N13 Sunnies that are here. I think it's got the Japanese sort of style plate on the front, but it does actually have a British plate. There we go. 88, 89 dealer plate. I think it's from Stoke. 128A Cherry. Very early N13 Sunny here, being 87 because that's the first year they came out. It's just interesting seeing these in such groups. I mean, you know, I'm used to being in Louis, and been driving with Louis all weekend, but it's interesting to see them together. 87, 88 saloon here. It's the Pulsar trim level. It's very confusing because although this was marketed as a Sunny, it was also marketed as Sunny Pulsar, and as you can see at the back, it does actually say Pulsar there. And there's Louis' one that we saw on the video in part 3. This is the seat that I've been occupying for quite a lot of the last couple of days. It's actually quite comfortable actually driving this around. Although at some point he will need to do something about that bumper. B11 Sunny here, quite a late one. I think this is an 85. Again, you just don't see these anymore really. Next part of the Datsun Club UK stand. Can't remember what these are called actually, these vans. I think I've been in one of these actually in Kenya, the sort of style this is. I forget what these are called. Yes, for Homey. Yes, from Nissan Homey. And it's a very appropriate number plate as well. 95-96 plate. Another Datsun 180 and Datsun 180 here. The estate. 79-80 plate.
Thanks a lot.
Don't see you anymore. I think we saw this one as well yesterday. It's 1970-71 Cedric. 1978 Datsun Bluebird 180B Triple S. Appropriate plate on it as well. Very nice condition. On a Datsun 1600 about 1967 that would have been. I don't think they ever sold those over here actually. Beautiful car. The ones that I've seen actually in the last video, we're just going to walk straight past them. Another K10 Micra. I think we saw that one yesterday as well. Ooh, R30 Skyline from sort of 84 or 85. Saw that one yesterday as well. Ooh, what's an early Skyline? They call them the Godzilla. That's a GTR as well. 1970-71 plate. I think that's an R32 Skyline. It's a very busy stand today. And then a 280Z, 75-76 plate, probably American import actually. Yes. A couple of other Datsuns over here. When I was younger, we did still occasionally see these around. It would have been in the sort of mid-late 80s. Sunny 120Y, left back, and then I think they call these, you know, I forget exactly what these are called. They're called the Datsun 1800, sort of rally replica type one. Awful. The small car for this sort of thing. No, 1400. Sorry, Datsun 1400. It's an awfully small car for sort of to be taking on a rally and things, but it's remarkable condition. Right, I think there's some types over there, and we're going to take a look at those as well. So the rule is, if I saw it here yesterday, then it's not going to actually appear in today's video, because I did 3 videos yesterday here, about half an hour each, so we've got to get on somehow and get around everything else. It's a bit like a Sprinter Terreno from Initial D, but it's not quite exactly the same. Similar though. Oh, is that a Toyota Celica? I think it might be. That is really lovely. Sometimes the modifications that are tasteful are done really well can look great, and this certainly does. That's superb. That really nice. Toyota Mark II we saw in the video yesterday, being part 2. Mark II Fiesta. There's a Mark III facelift wheel trim actually on that. It's like a. Let's have a look at the dashboard. I think this isn't. Yeah, this is an L. I think. Yeah, it's an L. The lesser models had the cheaper dashboard until the sort of mid-life facelift type thing came in, and then the L got that dashboard too. 8788 Mark IV Escort Estate 1.6L, Mark 1 Fiesta 8283 plate, don't know what engine that is. It's probably not the original CVH, but I'm not sure. 1966 Ford Galaxy. It's actually a 67 plate, but you know, a couple of small differences. Massive thing. I think that's a colour 11, similar to the Sprinter Terreno. Then Porsche 911. Right, let's go down here and see a few more things. Got some hot rods here. It's funny how this event changes from day to day. I mean, literally, these weren't here at all, and there were some different things here. I don't really know much about them, so I'm sure some of you will know more than me. So I'm just going to walk past them, and we'll see what else we can find on the other side of the track. Ooh, just to take in this BMW 21. It's just a 316, not even 316i. Mark II Fiat Panda. Steady. 1991 plate. This is an area that wasn't actually open yesterday, where they've parked a lot of cars on the track. So we'll go through some of these. This is a time when last time I came, it was a separate video that I had to make because I didn't know how to edit, and I also ran out of battery and memory on the phone. So we'll start with this 68 Ford Cortina Mark II. I don't know what engine that is in there. Let's see. It's a 2 litre HC. Maybe it's Pinto or something. I don't know. Ooh, I think we saw that yesterday. TVR Griffith NAMX5. It's a Mark IV Supra they call it. I can never remember. There's that Honda logo again. E30 Touring, quite a late one on a K plate, so 92, 93. A very, very, very old Datsun 240Z, B6970 plate this actually. Yep, 240Z. Mustang 1998. Mark III Golf Estate, 94-95 plate. Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z edition. Mark I Escort RS Mexico. K plate, so 71-72. 91-92 BMW E30 convertible. Very late last generation Prelude at 2000 actually. Ooh. Now it's a very late Volvo 940. I think this is probably a 940 Classic R plate, so 97-98. We finished production in February 98, so this is very similar to one that I filmed actually for No Budget Reviews back in March. Yes, 940 Turbo. That's that Peugeot 106 we filmed yesterday. A couple of these late pre-facelift Polo Mark II. Red vans both for GTs. Ooh, a Reliant Scimitar. I forget if this is an SE5 or an SE6. I'm not going to say because I can't actually remember. But I think we've got little hints of biscuit leather in here. GT with overdrive, 73-74 plate. 911 Carrera RS. Don't remember if we've seen these minis before. Possibly we did. Another BMW E30, very late one. With that steering wheel in it. Sport steering wheel. There's that beautiful Mini City again. TVR 350i. 86-87 plate. TBR Cerberus. It's a later Nova. It's JSO 91-92 plate. That's I think a Vauxhall red top, so be 2 litre in that. EG6 Honda Civic, it will be if it's a VTEC. I think that's been further modified as well. That'll be quite quick. And a Unos Roadster. 1963 Ford Fairlane 500. Oh, viewers, another Mark I Jetta, original dealer plates from Surrey garage in Camberley. This I think is a GL. Well, one my parents had was a CL. I think I saw this car at this event 2 years ago. So it'd be probably a 1.5 auto. I think that should sort of capture the thing. It's absolutely beautiful. You do not see Jettas anymore, Mark 1s. Just don't see them. The only one I've seen was the one yesterday. Yeah, it's a GL. My parents had a CL. It's been very slightly modified, but actually pretty tastefully. Yeah, I remember all about these, where the position of the fuel filler cap was on them, door handles, just everything. Even got a crack for the window where we can just put the camera through there so you can see. Not even a rev counter in one of these. Maybe you don't need one, it's automatic. Corsa B Sport, I think that looks pretty original actually. The wheels might be slightly different. So it's a P, so 96-97 plate. Another one of these Civics that we saw yesterday. Saw it yesterday as well, I think. And this Hilux. Ooh, a Mark III Capri. Now this has got the wheels on it from an early 2.8 injection, but to be honest, I don't know if it's one of them. It's a 5-speed, so it could be an injection 5-speed. I'm not exactly sure. FD Mazda RX-7 on a V, so about 99, 2000. Another Mark II Cortina H, so that will be 69, 70, so a very late one of these. Toyota Supra, that's a Mark III. Oh, viewers. Alpha 145 from about 1996-97. I don't think it's even a cloverleaf. These are, oh, it is a cloverleaf. Very, very rare. So I don't know if this could actually be a 1.7 boxer engine in this. Just pause a second, take a photograph of that for a search of Mr. Richardson. Right, viewers, I do have a review of Mr. Richardson's post-facelift 145 cloverleaf. This is a pre-facelift one on the channel, of course. Skoda Favorit. Looks like quite a special one, actually. It was got a brown interior as well. LS 9192 plate. Another Mark II Golf GTI. I don't even know if we've seen this one before. I'm not actually sure. Possibly we have. Yeah, I think we've actually seen that one before. Alfa Romeos 105 Series. We've ever seen that before. Another Mini Mark 7 9627 plate. Although a lot of that interior is non-standard. Mark II Ford Orion with a Duratec in it, so that's not the original engine, of course. Looks like a sort of, I don't know, an RS turbo interior in it. A very late one, 8990. Mark II Fiesta XR2. Ooh, what we call the Swindon Civic, which was the same type as the HHR Rover 400. This is a 9798 car. It's a VTI S, which was very fast. I think this is a 1.8, so about 170 horsepower. And of course, you could swap one of these engines into an HHR Rover 400 if you want and scare people. If that's if you're so inclined. FD RX7 9293 plate. 91 Ford Sierra. I don't think this is a Cosworth. Could be wrong about that though. I think this is some other spec. It says RS, but I don't know. Maybe it is. So many modified cars here, I lose track. 2001 Honda Accord 2-litre SE Executive. It says VTEC on it, but that's not the kind of Type R VTEC. They did make a Type R version of these, but this isn't one of them. Ah, this is what I was looking for yesterday. This is a Mark I Fiat Punto. Don't know what year it is because it's a personal plate on it. I think this is the GT version. Yeah, it is. It's a 1.4 turbo, I think, was in this. Yeah, Punto GT. There's the square type Volkswagen Carmen gear, a 64 plate. Mr. Richardson of Furious Driving had one of these on his channel recently. I always prefer the shape of these to the other type for some reason. Right, Clio Williams 3. Yes, they made 3 generations of Clio Williams for the Mark 1s with the gold wheels. 95-96 plate. '70, 71, 72 Beetle. 1979 to 1980 Porsche 924 Turbo. These have really gone up in recent years. Mercedes SL, I forget the bottle code for those. So, classic Range Rover, 91-92 plate. I love this colour. Best colour for a Range Rover. Not quite got a beige leather interior though. We'll find one of those at some point. Burgessi. Oh, an Alfa Sud. Oh, very nice. So it'll be a Series 2, but a very late one. probably an 82. If it's a Y, it'd be an 82 because the Series 3 came in 82, so this is a Series 2. Lovely. Dodge van we saw yesterday. Ooh. 1972 to 1973. Citroen Ami. Ami wheat. So I think we saw that Corolla E30 yesterday. Another TVR. T4 Volkswagen Transport, I'd like to say. Toyota Celica, 7980 MG Midget. Lovely colour. Lovely colour of the interior as well. It's the 1.5 Triumph engine in these. We saw that yesterday as well, that Passat. Ooh. W124 Mercedes-Benz. With a little parking want. '89 to 90 plate on this. 300E, so 6-cylinder. Original dealer plate as well. Yes, YT Central London plate. Ooh, a Fiat X19. Now the really late ones were badged as just Bertoni X19, but this is a Fiat one. So-called Trent plate, but definitely designed by Bertoni. T would be 78, 79. It's another Volvo 940 Classic. It's a really late one, so clear indicators like that. And the one that I filmed, the Celebration, had on No Budget Reviews back in March, was like this. This isn't the LPT, that's just 2.3. 64 Rambler American, I think these are called. Saw it yesterday, so we'll just keep going. Escort, I think that's an RS Turbo. 88, 89 plate. Yes, Escort RS Turbo. Audi 80 Cabriolet, although they made these until 2000. So some of them weren't called the Audi 80, or just called the Audi Cabriolet, but this is a 93, 94 car. Don't know what engine it's in here, possibly just a standard sort of 2.3. Oh, 1965 Hillman Super Mix Series 3. Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh, dark green. Is that? Oh, I love that interior. Oh, that's lovely, viewers. If only I had something like the Humber Scepter version, which had, leather. That doesn't have leather, but oh, that's nice. Sorry, it got interrupted there. We better go back to the other side. So 911 here. I don't know what year that is, I'm afraid. E36 M3. Another Range Rover. Another Vogue SC 9192. It's 14 Sylvia, I think. Get confused about all these. Another E36 BMW 3 Series Coupe. Don't know if this is an M3 or not. It's a bit difficult when you've got modifications like this to sometimes ascertain what things are, particularly when the engine's a bit different from standard. This is nice though. E34 BMW 5 Series. Probably it's like a 525i, something like that. Pre-facelift because of the mirrors. You see the mirrors were different on the later cars. You just take a look here. My mother had an E34 Touring actually, but it was this colour. That sort of age as well. Toyota 4Runner. 93, 94. Another 911, this one is a Targa. Ooh, interesting patina on that one. E21 BMW 3 Series. Another NA Unos Roadster, this one. This is the badge. E34 M3, so many E34 M3s, loads of them. Very early NB MX5, it's an S plate, so 98. 1989 to 90 Volvo 240. Is this a GLT? Is it a GLT interior? With the Swedish flag too. Yeah, it's a GLT. Immaculate, that one. Mark II Scirocco, what year is this? It's an 86. 2 litre 65 ABF. That would be out of the Mark III Golf GTI. It's an 86 Scirocco, but it's got an 87 plate on it. Interesting. Ooh. Ford 100E Anglia. I mean, that's what it started life as. It's been a bit modified since then, hasn't it? Mid-50s. Another Bluebird here. I think these are called the 272 Bluebirds. So 86, 87 plates, quite an early one. Let's pop in for a look at the interior. There we go. Mark III Capri. We saw a lot of Capris, didn't we, viewers, at the event at Brooklands in 2019. Don't really know what specification this is unless someone's left it on the back for me. 2-litre laser. I do still plan on filming that 2-litre laser. I was offered 2 years ago, actually. So a 2000 Mini. This is the 7, one of the last ones. Mark I Escort RS Mexico. It's a 72-73 plate. Don't know if it's a genuine Mexico or not. It's a 600 GT. Sometimes the badges don't always necessarily help everything. There's that 6 Mustang we saw yesterday. Is that an Escort Harrier? 79-80 plate, Mark II. Not sure. Retro Ford of Corby. I'm really will drive retailer. Lexus LS 400. Quite a late first generation. I went to V, so 99. I think we saw this K10 yesterday. It's brown interior. Ooh, this one's dark blue with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Honda Civic Coupe, sort of EK series. S, so it's 98. I remember one of these was sold in Britain. There aren't many of these left. I think I'd say dear leaver out of us was like an EP3 Type R. That steering wheel looks a bit non-standard too. But it's to 9,000 RPM, so this would probably be an SI, so it'd be an import actually, not a UK car. Another E36 BMW 3 Series Touring. 96-97 plate. I hope we saw that one yesterday, the Metro 1.1C. 2000 MGTF with a almost beige leather interior. BMW 2002, I think. No, sorry, it's a 1602. It's a lower spec one. There's like an import, so 72-73 plate, 1602. Another 924, don't know what age that is. DS, D Special, 71-72 plate. Surprised there aren't actually more of these here. Ooh, a Lancia Fulvia. Second one we've seen, 72-73 plate, like an HF. These are properly expensive cars now. Properly expensive. Actually, if they were in the day, they're sort of the same price as an E-Type. Very racy little Escort. What's it is? It's a transport bed, a Z-Tech. 67-68 Shelby Mustang. Modified 205 GTI. Mark III Escort Estate. 2-door. 2-door estate car really is just something you see anymore, is it? It's It's a 1.6L, so a CVH engine. Look at that brick red velour interior. Mark 1 Ford Cortina Super, 1963. A little quarter light allows me to get a bit of the interior. Whether that, the autofocus has killed that for me. Oh gosh, is that an engine from a Toyota A86 in it? That's crazy. Chevrolet, is that an S10? 77 C10. I'm hopeless on American cars, viewers. I'm absolutely hopeless. I've just realised the time, so we're going to have to actually cut our shuffling short and go to the next part, because we're over half an hour for this part 4. Plymouth Roadrunner. Look at the size of the seats in this thing. Size of the car in general, absolutely huge. Yeah, 68 Plymouth Roadrunner. 67 Ford F100 pickup. E would suggest that too. It's been completely and utterly sort of modified though. You wouldn't recognise this at all. I think this is a good place to finish though. A chocolate brown 1983 to 84 Vauxhall Nova 2-door saloon, and that interior looks pretty standard to me. So thank you ever so much indeed for watching part 4 of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle round the 2021 Retro Rides Weekender here at the Goodwood Circuit in West Sussex. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for parts 5 and probably now part 6. Don't forget to like this video and to leave a comment below. Social media links are down below. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for bearing with me.